Have you noticed the floors in your house slope typically down to a corner or sometimes a bowl in the middle of a floor? If that's the case, listen to this quick tip. I was at one old house where the dining room floor did this in both directions. You could fill it with water. It was sort of like a bowl. And I'm walking through the house with the realtor. And as I walk across the floor, I immediately run to the side of the floor. I wasn't about to walk through the center of that floor. And I'm a little guy, so it's not going to fall from me. But I didn't want to take chances. We went toward the whole house. It was a very interesting house. Then we went to the basement. And it turned out every floor joist was cracked in that room. And that floor can come crashing down any time. That's the only time I've ever seen that in 15 years. But what I have seen more often is where a floor slopes down to a wall or a corner. And when I see that, I immediately go to the basement and I check for termites. And I was at a house, I don't know, about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. That's exactly what happened. And the floor joists had been eaten away, and the sill plate, not important. I don't want to go into the construction details here, but the termites had caused damage. And they were about to sell this house, debating between a cash buyer and going with a realtor. There's no option. The bank is not going to put a mortgage on that house with that kind of termite damage. That was real serious termite damage. They don't put mortgages on houses with termite damage or with foundation damage. And this was really significant. And when you have that much significant damage on one side of a house, the chances are it's gone up the walls and places you're not even seeing. So they really had no choice but to sell to a cash buyer. They were relieved to know I was willing to buy the house. I don't do termite inspections because we do so much work anyway to a house. I did my own inspection. I saw there was damage. More than that, I didn't need to know. If it's more extensive damage, it'll cost me, more money, but that's something I can live with. I just want to get these people out of a bad situation. So again, if you have a house with sloping floors, give us a call. It's either going to be settling or foundation damage or termite damage. And either one of those are going to be a problem if you're trying to get a regular retail buyer.